So my name is Michelle Fix. I've done improv, stand-up, writing, little web series here and there. I worked in the fashion industry for many years. I am currently not in Greece, but upstate New York, where I'm self-isolating and quarantining from the pandemic.
Not really upstate, is it?
It's Orange County, so it is upstate.
Clearly, I've already shown how little I know about New York geography, so I'm not one to stay out of this hot mess that I've already put myself in.
Anyway, so that's my deal. And I have a lot of, opinions, as we all do.
Yeah. Steve Reich, actor. Look me up on IMDb so that my rating goes up. Wait, no, down. It goes somewhere. Just get me off the hump of really irrelevant. And also a lawyer. So I've been doing both. Well, no, I've been doing law during the
You're a lobster.
Not much acting going on. Not much of that. Trying to get the voiceovers going. Been auditioning for those. Yeah. So, and we've known each other for what, 20 years now?
Yeah, 20 years.
My goodness.
Yeah. My goodness! Oh my goodness.
20 years it's been.
What a 20 years. This last one, the best.
Right, so you knew me when I was in elementary school.
I did. I was Steve's babysitter when he was in second grade.
Yeah. And as recently as last year.
Exactly. We're just shooting the shit about some shit.
We had a title for this. Oh. What was it?
It's not that.
We're not doing that?
No, we're not.
I thought it was pretty good.
The title is No Agenda.
Can I say what I wanted it to be?
Sure.
I wanted it to be Corona Agenda. Corona Agenda.
I think they get it. But it's basically no agenda because we're going to talk about more than just coronavirus stuff.
You thought Seinfeld was about nothing.
Exactly. This is about nothing times 10.
And I warn anyone who may, again, have the misfortune of seeing this, we're good at talking about nothing.
Genius.
We
spent pretty much 20 years talking about nothing. Fine-tuned.
And we've even whittled it down. It used to be like we would talk about current events in our Talking Bullets phase. And then we had let's pair talking about topics with cooking when everybody eats. And now we could say it's because of the pandemic, but basically it's because I'm so lazy that I've decided we'll just keep it you and me just talking about nothing.
Well, you know what? I'm into that. I can talk about nothing.
It's always been the heart of the concept.
It really is.
You know what?
We circle back to nothing quite frequently. It's really find our way back to nothing all the time.
And I think there may be an appetite to talk about nothing right now because there's a lot going on.
I don't want to talk about anything.
We're not. We're talking about nothing.
I know. We're talking about nothing.
Something.
Yeah, because I'm not in the mood to talk about something.
Well, I'm not in the mood.
Or anything.
Nor can I share anything of value.
No.
Nope.
Don't have the broadband. I'm on narrowband.
If you want to hear something about something, don't listen to us.
This is all about nothing.
This is an official waste of time.
Colossal waste of time. Yeah.
Right.
Even if you're
official and colossal.
Like if you're in the waiting room for any reason of any waiting room whatsoever, this would still waste your time. You would get more out of flipping through a 10-year-old copy of Golf Digest.
You think you know how to waste time? We got you beat. Oh my God. So anyway, thanks for sticking around if you are out there. Anyway, that'll be the last we address any of you poor souls. Michelle, what's going on? Besides nothing.
I am readying my house for a renter. So
Wow.
I started mowing the lawn yesterday. My lawnmower completely crapped out on me, and it'd run for like 3 minutes at a time. So I would get one, thing done, and then it would die. So I weed
Got,
whack.
got a motor, or is it one of these like push cart?
No, it's a gas one with it's self-propelling gas one. But I hit a rock right at the beginning, and I think
That's the one thing you always know to avoid doing.
Yeah, I didn't see it. And then I also overfilled it with gasoline, so I think I flooded the carburetor. I went onto YouTube to figure out how to change the filter, the air filter, and all that kind of stuff. So I cleaned out my air filter.
So you made the two primary errors that everyone knows. I think, being a suburban boy, I have a little experience in mowing lawns. Everyone knows not to make either of those errors, let alone both of them.
Well, I thought it'd be better if I filled it all the way to the top with the gas, so then I wouldn't have to fill it up again. So it splashed out a little bit.
But doesn't it have a notch that says not above this?
Well, I don't know. I didn't see. I wasn't looking for that. I was just
you were filling the tank, looking away.
No, I was watching it, but I was like,
watching cats on Instagram.
Very, very, very top.
Well, you're lucky that it didn't explode and kill you.
Apparently, yeah, I did Google it.
Like I said before, and I hope this isn't controversial, but like I said before, if you kick the bucket right now from something unrelated to COVID, like an accident like that, boy, you got some shit luck. Like if you blew up mowing your lawn,
I know, in the middle of
I'd be devastated, but I'd also be like,
so typical.
We're just like, I guess she had it coming. I mean, I don't know.
Not surprising.
It's not like you're going out risking. You know, you're pretty good. We've talked a lot.
No, I'm not risking. I mean,
like you're going out like socializing or taking unnecessary risks. So
no, not those kind of risks.
It's
I'm
like
just taking risks here.
That would be like the beginning of an episode of 6 Feet Under.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other day, okay, so this is what I did. I've been wearing my Birkenstocks like constantly. So I'm wearing my Birks, and I decide to take these big, huge planters, these like 5-foot planters, to put them out in my yard. And of course, my yard is incredibly hilly. So what do? My Birkenstock slips. I slide down the hill on my ass with this planter. And I was like, well, that could have done me in right there. I mean, I knew it. I knew I should have changed into tennis shoes, which would have been like the smart thing to do, the common sense thing to do. But I was like, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
How many times have you uttered "it'll be fine" throughout your life? And how many times has it not been fine? Probably like over 10%.
Yeah, I would say between 10 and 15%. It'll be fine.
I mean, you've had a fair amount of injuries in your time on Earth.
We've had a lot of injuries.
From these types of things, these like domestic tinkerings.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
Well, sort of like jamming on this topic, I did just get in the mail, well, Amazon or whatever you want to call it. It was Amazon. A bike helmet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm ready. You want to see it?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back.
Oh my God, there's a hole in Greece.
Yeah.
What is it?
Hold on.
There's a big black hole in the Acropolis, or the Parthenon, or whatever the hell that is.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh,
sorry, I just had to say hi to Giuseppe. He delivers the lemonade every day here.
In Greece.
Okay. Here's my new helmet. I should probably take like brands off. Well, we won't show the brand. It's very like retro. I could ride an old motorcycle, a moped.
Oh, yeah? I might show you mine.
Oh yeah.
I have one too.
It's probably safer if we hold our podcast with helmets on. It's probably for the best.
It matters if the brand is on.
As you've long done, I'm going to start doing biking. But unlike you, who has a Vespa, I'm just going to be stuck on city bikes until I can go buy a real bike because they're all sold out.
Oh, yeah. You know why?
For those of our viewers who don't live in New York.
Yeah, but do you know why all the bikes are sold out?
Yeah, because everybody wants to bike instead of taking public transit.
Nope.
Oh, here we go. Get ready. Get ready out there. If you have a tinfoil hat on, you don't need to adjust it.
It's just become about something.
I love you.
No, it's because literally 99% of bicycles are produced in China, And the production and distribution pipeline was screwed up several months ago because of Wuhan. And so the deliveries to the States just stopped.
I apologize. That is most likely, although I haven't researched it, 100% correct.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, because I couldn't figure out, like, what, you guys just never sold. I get you're like, you have a crushing demand, but, like, you can make bikes.
They're not getting supply. That's the problem.
Not getting supplied.
Yeah.
And I heard a little thing about supply and demand.
Well, there's two sides
Back
to
in
it.
art school.
That's right. No, but I do have a bicycle. I'm not doing city bike.
Oh.
I actually have a bicycle up here too.
Well, you've had one for quite a while.
I've had a bike my whole life.
Yeah.
Like.
So I'm excited about it.
Oh, it's so fun. It's like the best exercise. Like, it's the best exercise. And
oh, can I ask you a question though?
Yeah.
Like, when you bike somewhere, right? Let's say it's like now, summer, late spring. Are you just like, let's say you're like going to like start your day somewhere. Do you just sweat like crazy by the time you get there?
Pardon me. It depends on the humidity.
In other words, like, do I need to bike somewhere? Let's say I'm like going, I'm not talking about like you have to go to like court or a meeting. I'm just saying, like, let's say I go down to like a Starbucks, wherever, like, I want to go do my day somewhere else, right? Out of my home. So I get on the bike and I go bike to wherever that is. Do I need to wear different clothing to bike in and then change when I get to wherever I'm going because it's going to be just completely sweated out? Or is it like, oh, no, really worse than, I mean, I understand the physics and like how sweat works. I'm just wondering, like, how bad does it get when you commute using a bicycle?
Well, I've always
bike in suits and stuff. So I'm like, are they just?
Oh, but again, it depends on the humidity. Like, if it's not humid out and there's a slight breeze, and you are not racing, like, but you're just going at like a normal speed.
Cruising speed, yeah.
Yeah, you'll the air is going to kind of dry you off. Like, I've never had a problem with being super sweaty unless I was biking for exercise to like really work up a sweat and get my cardio going.
So the bike commute is not going to like necessarily demand that I hop into a shop, because the issue is no one's taking like showers in anywhere but their home for like the next 2 years.
No, you don't. I mean, you might want to bring like, wear a tank top so you get some nice sun and vitamin D, and then just bring a t-shirt with you. Well, what? You're going to be getting vitamin D?
I have this version of it, and of course there's also like, for some reason, a baguette involved in this, but like, like biking in like a suit or something.
Not Europe.
Day,
okay, this is not Europe.
And it's like, I swim through it.
Yeah, you're not going to be like, you're not going to be pedaling along in like, a really amazing helmet-laying outfit or something. With.
You're not going to be pedaling along in like an amazing like Cavalli, like stylish ankle length.
Exactly, with a Dolce helmet and like sipping an espresso while you're doing it. That is not what this is about. It's still New York. It's still a dirty city.
You don't have to worry about
There's a lot of people you're going to have to like be going around. There'll be a lot of cursing. There's a lot of joggers and walkers who will not get out of your way.
Like, you are not Jude Law in Talented Mr. Ripley going through.
No. And
that reminds me of another funny story.
What?
So, like, very early on in this horrible, horrible pandemic, when I was sick, I did have I don't know if I have COVID, but I had a corona. Anyway, it was mild. No complaints.
Isn't that the same thing?
It's not the same thing. Corona is a virus that causes COVID. But I guess I had COVID, but it's not important, and it's not why I'm bringing this up. So I'm like, talking to my girlfriend, because as you know, she's down in Tennessee now. We had to, she had to go down there where her family is. And her mom's on the phone too. And this is like in the very early stages. And they were nice enough to be checking up on me. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching the news and I'm like, oh, it's terrible, but good news, guys, ladies. I'm watching the news here and they're showing that in Italy, social distancing has started to slow the spread. And I said, look, it says right there in COVID Italy, the spread is slowing. I thought it was a town in Italy. Covida. Like Covida olive oil or something. I'm like, look, no, it's good. In Covid, Italy, the spread stopped. And her mom was like, Covid, Italy?
It's near Capri. Or Capri.
Because on the Chiron, whatever it was like COVID and then Italy. So anyway, I'm not going to be biking around like Jude Law through Covida, Italy.
No, it's still New York. You're probably going to schwitz a little bit. You're going to have to,
You're going to schwitz. Just get over it.
Schwitz. Just admit it.
Get over it.
Yeah. You may get shit on by a bird. That happens.
That's already happened to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, during this time, it's like, what? Like, how does the bird know, like, the few hours I'm ever outside of the house? Just found it.
Well, you know what? It's actually good luck to be shit on by a bird.
I heard that, but that's just that somebody said. It's not actually good luck.
No, I think it's good luck in Covid, Italy.
Good luck, not good luck.
No, in Covid, Italy. Yeah, no, it's good luck.
It's like, I knew you were going to say that, and that's absolutely not true.
Yes.
It is good luck. No, it's not. You just got shat on by a bird. That was already that's inherently bad luck.
Oh, it's a good luck.
Okay. Our accents are just getting worse over time.
Oh, I know, they're horrible. So, speaking of bad luck, my mom is all up in arms because I let my cat Bug out on the deck by himself, and he's black and white, weighs like 18 pounds, and there's a hawk that does fly around here, and so my mom is convinced that the hawk is going to, like, swoop down and take Bug off the deck, and I'm always like, no way, Mom,
Your mom's not crazy about that.
Well, my whole position
tell people out there, Bug's a rather large cat.
Bug's a large cat, yeah. And he's a fighter. Like, he's killed 19 mice, 1 bat, 1 bird.
But who's counting?
What he has in the house.
What do you have? What did you, like, bring charges against him?
I should.
Yeah.
I should.
And
this is the Mouse Tribunal
of mice murder. Here is
mice and Bug.
Bug. Ironically named Bug. 19 deaths. He's like a gunslinger. He's like, I got 19 notches in my pussy.
That's right. 20 claws, 19 of them got blood on them.
In my collar, I got 19 bodies.
One more.
I caught 19 bodies. Wow. Anyway, all right, so he's a killer.
So yeah, but anyway, he's so I'm like, oh, Mom, come on. He weighs 18 pounds. I have furniture on the deck. There's a clothesline that goes across. A hawk's not going to
like an obstacle course out there.
Yeah. So then the other day, though, I'm going to open my deck door from the back. The hawk flies off of the clothesline.
So your cracked defense system isn't quite as...
No, it's not worth... No. So now I'm like, oh, my God, the hawk is actually...
All right, well, listen. I don't want to completely alienate all of our weak-stomached viewers right out of the gate here.
Listen, tough up. Come on. It's coronavirus.
Tough up?
Tough up. New York tough.
Tough up. What? Tough up.
Tough up. Tough up.
Tough up. It sounds like a piece of candy. Tough up. Get some of that tough up.
It sounds like a Fisher-Price toy. What are you playing with? A tough up?
Get ready, kids. Tough up is getting towards the stage.
That's
tough
right.
Up. You're tough up.
Brand new. Ages 3 to 5. Tough up.
Tough up. It's like putty or something.
Exactly.
Let's play with tough up. Yeah.
Yeah, I love tough up.
Oh,
glitter
boy.
tough up.
If you didn't realize how asinine we were before, I think you're getting the hang of it. Woo!
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, what's really funny, too, is I have a deer that comes by, and I used to have about 12 deer, but then they ripped down the woods behind me, and now there's, like, I've seen up to 6, but normally it's just 1 or 2, and there's a teenage boy deer that's been coming around lately. And
you mean a teenage boy deer? You mean a young deer? Is teenage? How do you know it's a boy?
Teenage boy, because he's got 2 little horns that are
Okay.
this big, which means he's a...
Why can't you call it an adolescent deer? Why do you have to call it a teenage boy deer? Is he smoking? Like, is he vaping? Is he TikToking? Yo, what's that, man?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he's TikToking and vaping, all right? So he's a teenage boy deer.
Animal control, there's a teenage boy deer. Look, I'm doing the terrible phone. Clearly, I never took improv. That's not how we hold. Hello?
Hello?
We're supposed to do it like this, right? Hello?
Like this. Like you would not hold a normal phone.
Hello? Yes. Hello? Now I like to go like, I like to do this.
Hello.
Yes, there's a teenage boy deer in my yard. And how do you know it's a teenage boy deer? It's vaping.
Just feed them. I throw out like, rotten apples or squash or whatever.
I just feed them. That's great. That's what animal control wants you to do. I just feed them.
I don't give a shit about animal control. They can go control somebody else's animals. These are mine. His name is Harold.
This is the teenage boy deer.
That's right.
You don't give it.
He's going to be just like Harry Styles. He's going to be just like Harry Styles and have a groupie. He's got groupies.
Yeah, you don't care until all of a sudden the bear figures it out.
No, there's no bears here.
Said everyone who ever fed stuff in their yard when a bear
Well, no,
came.
there aren't any bears here, but there are foxes. There are red fox. They're stupid.
Listen, you think these animals don't talk? You don't think they have their own social media? They're posting. My girlfriend sent me a post the other day of a bear opening a car door.
Really?
Opening, and I'm not saying nudging around, walks over to a door. You think it's gonna snip in, takes its paw, just pulls open the door with the handle.
Oh my God!
I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done.
They're so smart.
And then he took the keys. He took his keys and he started the engine. That's not true, but he just it wasn't even what should he wasn't fiddling around. You know, when you see cats and they're he just whoop, he's like, oh, no problem. Just open the door.
It's I've seen that before. Wow.
Now you gotta lock the door if you don't want to bear it. So I'm telling you, these animals talk. It's gonna get around.
I might have to rethink my bear situation since I was wrong about the owl.
And everything else.
No, just the owl.
We named 8 things at the top of show that you were wrong about that you did anyway, and then I shouldn't have done.
I don't know if wrong is the right term.
Incorrect is definitely the umbrella term. Oh boy. Woo. Man, we did a whole lot of nothing. I knew we'd have enough ammo. There's never a worry of us not having something
about nothing.
Nothing to talk about for a long time.
That's right.
Boy, oh boy. I'm trying to think. Why don't you ask me something? Why am I having to ask? I'm steering the whole conversation. I'm doing all the work.
Oh no, I'm having to redirect. You ask and I need to redirect. That's my job. You go this direction. I'm like, oh, my nudge, 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 nudge.
I thought you said nut snudge.
That would be a great new candy bar. This is nut snudge.
Tough up and nut snudge.
Tough up with nut snudge.
Is that a nut snudge with that tough up bar? You got it.
Hey. I don't think you should try it because the concept is just eluding you.
Oh my God.
People's true behaviors are coming out. I mean, I've seen a ton of articles about that people who refuse to comply with the protocols of wearing a mask, social distancing, staying home, and all of that there's a psychopathy to them, and there's narcissism, and basically clinical narcissism and psychopathy.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of people who are in positions of power who refuse to do this kind of stuff because that's the kind of personality that usually ends up in a position of power.
You know what they need to do?
What?
They need to tough up.
That's right, tough up.
Tough up.
Tough
up.
Hashtag tough up. It's TUFF. Up.
No, that's going to be trending.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Show us your work.
Got a lot. Well, I think we've talked about a lot of.
That was a whole lot of nothing. That was a heaping, hot, steaming pile of nothing.
That's right. Perfect for your.
Burn your mouth. Burn your mouth on that nothing. All right. Well, this was great. I enjoyed it.
I had fun.
We'll stick with this time slot, I think. Same time next week, same place.
3:45 on a Wednesday.
It's also awesome that like I can't get my act together to do it on a regular time. It's got to be like 3:45.
Well, yeah, exactly. It was 3 and they got pushed.
3:45 safe. 3:45 safe.
3:45.
30 is like, what is it, like 45, I can do that.
Exactly. Nobody ever does anything on a quarter hour, but what the hell? We'll be different.
We do.
We do. Yeah, you know what?
All right. Corona agenda. See you later, buddy.